Tonight in Rewind, we return to a peaceful Sunday in 1997, which saw Mackay turned into a bikie battleground. In a major escalation of bikie violence in Australia, two rival gangs clashed in a shootout on one of the town's busiest streets. Several bikies were seriously injured as the battle raged over 3 terrifying hours.
August the 31st, 1997 began as a very quiet Sunday in Mackay until the gunfight erupted just after 3 p.m.
A vehicle was pushed across the road or driven across the road in front of them, and then the shooting started.
5 gang members were seriously wounded this week when 2 rival clubs staged a bloody shootout in the middle of a busy Mackay street.
Ken Furtick remembers the weekend very well.
I remember driving around in Mackay looking at houses because we were about to move back here, and came on the radio that Forgan Bridge had been closed down because of some sort of bikie shootout.
Dozens of members of Odin's Warriors and the Outlaws were in a turf war. Police cordoned off Barnes Creek Road and other nearby streets.
This bridge here leads into the main street of Mackay, so it's probably the second most busiest bridge in the town.
Officers had to negotiate with the bikies to allow ambulances into the scene. Several men were taken to hospital with gunshot wounds. One man even lost sight of one eye. Many residents were caught up in the ambush.
I just saw some motorcycles being dropped in the middle of the street and they were running for cover. It was then I'd realised that something was definitely very wrong.
I couldn't believe it would happen in Mackay.
And I was scared. And I knew I had to go to work that day.
Several wounded bikies found shelter at a nearby home.
One through the hand, one through there, and the other one through here. He was the worst. He was loss of blood.
55 men were charged with offences, including creating a disturbance and disobeying police. Officers tried to gather enough evidence to lay more serious charges like attempted murder, but they were unsuccessful. A magistrate later found them all not guilty.
They are organised. You can't beat them in court. They will never squeal on their mates. They're not scared of jail. They will intimidate witnesses. The income of some of the top gang members, $20,000, $40,000 a week.
Former New Zealand Prime Minister Mike Moore worked with local authorities who were keen to benefit from his country's experience in trying to control bikie gangs.
That's normally a battleground about who owns the turf, who owns the franchise, who's pushing the drugs, who's running the brothels or the sly grog. It's about business takeover. It's a hostile takeover.
Residents seem to have put that traumatic day well behind them.
Mackay is a very safe city, great place to raise a family, so we never had any trepidation about coming back to the city.
It was the only flare-up of bikie warfare to date in Mackay, but the battle continues throughout the nation to ensure our streets don't again become a bikie battleground. This is Peter Byrne for 7 Local News.